Hello, Heartland fans. Brace yourselves for the season we've all been waiting for. Wardle's official announcement has sent shockwaves through the Heartland community. Ty Borden is back, and his return is set to change everything. Season 19 promises an emotional roller coaster as we explore Ty's shocking reappearance. What does Ty's return mean for Amy? Will she choose the love of her past or the stability of her present? The return of Ty Borden is more than just a surprise. It's the emotional turning point that fans never saw coming. For years, Heartland viewers have shared Amy's grief, watching her rebuild her life after Ty's departure. His sudden reappearance, announced by Wardle himself, has left fans with burning questions. How is Ty back? What does this mean for Amy's future? And most importantly, how will the family navigate the emotional storm his return is sure to bring? Season 19 opens with Amy living a life of quiet stability. She's found peace in her work with horses, her role as a mother to Lindy, and her partnership with Nathan. But everything changes when Ty unexpectedly walks back into her life. His presence reignites a torrent of emotions, love, pain, and a longing that Amy thought she had buried for good. For fans, it's a bittersweet moment. On one hand, Ty's return feels like a dream come true. On the other, it's a reminder of the wounds that time hasn't fully healed. The emotional tension begins with a single phone call, a cryptic message hinting at a visitor from Amy's past. The Bartlett-Fleming family is caught off guard, each member responding in their own way. Jack, the family patriarch, remains stoic but wary, his protective instincts on high alert. Lou, ever the pragmatic sister, struggles to make sense of the situation. And Nathan, Amy's current partner, finds himself standing on shaky ground as his role in Amy's life is suddenly called into question. When Ty finally steps foot on Heartland Ranch, the moment is nothing short of breathtaking. Silhouetted against the morning sun, he's met with a mix of shock and disbelief. Lindy, Amy's daughter, is the first to approach him, her innocent excitement cutting through the heavy tension. For Amy, seeing Ty again is like stepping into a time machine. Memories of their life together flood her mind, both the joyous and the heartbreaking. But Ty's return isn't all smiles and reunions. His explanation for his absence is heartfelt, but complicated. He's been through struggles that kept him away, and his decision to come back wasn't easy. As he lays bare his reasons, Amy is torn between understanding and anger. His return forces her to confront the life she's built without him, a life that now includes Nathan. Season 19 is more than just a story about Ty's return. It's a story about redemption, forgiveness, and the complexities of love. With the Bartlett-Fleming family at the center, this season promises to be one of the most emotionally charged yet. And with Ty's return setting the stage for an epic showdown of hearts, the journey ahead is one you won't want to miss. Ty Borden's return doesn't just shake Amy's world, it ripples through the entire Bartlett-Fleming family, leaving no one untouched. Heartland has always been a story about family, resilience, and the bonds that hold people together through thick and thin. Ty's reappearance tests these bonds in ways fans have never seen before. From the moment Ty steps onto the ranch, the atmosphere is charged with emotions. Jack Bartlett, the steadfast patriarch, greets Ty with a mix of caution and guarded warmth. Jack has always been protective of Amy, and seeing Ty back after such a long absence stirs a complex blend of relief and skepticism. "You've got a lot to answer for," Jack tells him, his voice steady but heavy with unspoken questions. His concern is evident. He knows the impact Ty's return could have on Amy and Lindy, and he's not about to let anyone hurt his family again. Lou, ever the voice of reason and practicality, is caught off guard. She spent years supporting Amy through her grief, helping her rebuild a life for herself and Lindy. Seeing Ty again brings back memories of a happier time, but it also raises tough questions. Can she trust Ty's intentions? Will his presence destabilize the progress Amy has made? Lou's internal struggle is clear as she grapples with her own feelings of loyalty to her sister and the family's well-being. Tim, Amy's father, reacts in true Tim fashion, with bluntness and a touch of resentment. Tim has always had a complicated relationship with Ty, and his return stirs up old frustrations. "You think you can just walk back in here like nothing's happened?" Tim asks, his tone sharp but not entirely without concern. Despite his gruff exterior, even Tim can't deny the significance of Ty's presence. For Lisa, Jack's wife and the family's emotional glue, Ty's return is a chance for reconciliation. Lisa encourages the family to give Ty the apport. She says gently, "What matters is what we do to make things right." Her perspective provides a counterbalance to the initial shock and tension, reminding everyone of the importance of compassion and understanding. Then there's Lindy, the youngest member of the Bartlett-Fleming family, whose innocence and pure-hearted joy bring a unique perspective to the unfolding drama. For Lindy, Ty's return is nothing short of magical. She doesn't fully grasp the complexities of the situation, but her excitement at meeting her father creates moments of heartwarming tenderness. Her first words to Ty, "Are you the surprise Mommy talked about?" cut through the tension like a ray of sunshine, reminding everyone of what truly matters: family. As the family gathers to listen to Ty's explanation, the emotional weight of the moment is palpable. Ty opens up about his struggles during his absence, his voice trembling with regret. He speaks of the personal demons he had to face and the steps he took to become a better man. "I thought staying away was the right thing to do," he admits, his gaze shifting between Amy and Lindy. "But I realize now that leaving wasn't the answer. I hurt the people I love most, and I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it." The room is silent as Ty finishes speaking, his words hanging in the air like a challenge to the family. Jack nods slowly, his expression softening. "It takes courage to come back," he says, his tone carrying both approval and a touch of warning. Lou and Lisa exchange glances, their expressions a mix of relief and uncertainty. Tim remains stoic, but even he can't hide the flicker of respect in his eyes. Amy, however, is far from ready to forgive and forget. While Ty's words resonate with her, they also reopen wounds she thought had healed. "You left me to pick up the pieces," she says, her voice cracking with emotion. "I had to explain to Lindy why her father wasn't around. Do you have any idea how hard that was?" Ty listens, his face etched with guilt and determination. "I can't change the past, Amy," he says quietly. "But I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere." The scene closes with the family standing at a crossroads. Ty's return has brought hope, but it has also introduced uncertainty. Can the Bartlett-Fleming family find a way to move forward together, or will the ghosts of the past prove too difficult to overcome? Amy's emotional journey in season 19 is nothing short of tumultuous. With Ty's return, she finds herself at a crossroads, torn between the past and the present, love and loss, stability and the unknown. The weight of her decision feels overwhelming, making it the hardest choice of her life. On one side, there's Ty, the love of her life, the man who shared her dreams, her hopes, and her heart. His return stirs up powerful memories of their love, their shared history, and the life they had planned together. Yet, it also brings back the pain of losing him, of watching him walk away, and of learning to live with the void he left behind. The question that haunts Amy is simple but profound. Can she open her heart to Ty again after everything that has happened? On the other side stands Nathan, Amy's steadfast companion. Nathan is her rock, the man who has been there for her through thick and thin, offering her stability and unwavering support. He is a constant presence in Amy's life, and together, they have built something real, a relationship based on trust, mutual respect, and a shared future. Nathan has not only supported Amy as a partner, but has also become a loving father figure to Lindy. Amy knows that choosing Ty means disrupting the life she has worked so hard to build with Nathan. The thought of doing that, especially with Lindy involved, fills her with guilt and uncertainty. As Amy wrestles with these conflicting emotions at Heartland Ranch, the weight of the situation begins to show. Her once calm demeanor is now replaced with moments of hesitation, confusion, and fear. She tries to keep a brave face for Lindy, but inside, she is falling apart. How can she hurt someone she cares about so deeply? Can she betray Nathan's trust for the possibility of rekindling a love that has been dormant for years? Ty's presence constantly lingers in the background, forcing Amy to relive the past. There are moments when she sees glimpses of the man she once knew, the man who made her laugh, the man who held her close during hard times. But there's also the reality that Ty left her behind, and those scars are nevertheless clean. Amy finds herself thinking whether or not their love is enough to triumph over the hurt that was triggered. In one pivotal scene in Heartland Season 19, Amy finds herself alone with Ty standing at the brink of the Heartland Ranch. The sunset in the background casts a golden glow over the land. The silence between them is heavy, but it's also filled with unspoken words. "I never wanted to hurt you, Amy," Ty says softly, his voice tinged with remorse. "I thought leaving was the right thing, but I see now that it wasn't. I was scared, and I let fear guide my choices, but I'm not running away anymore." Amy's response is a mixture of sorrow and longing. "I wanted to believe you, Ty. I wanted to believe that you would come back, but you didn't. I had to move on. I had to put my life back together. And now everything feels so complicated." Ty's eyes search hers, filled with vulnerability. "I know I've hurt you. But I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere. I just want you to give me a chance to prove it." Amy's heart aches as she listens to him, but in her mind she can't help but think about Nathan, the man who has been by her side, who has loved her without hesitation. How can she betray that love? How can she turn her back on someone who has been her constant through everything? In another scene in Heartland Season 19, Amy and Nathan share a quiet moment at Heartland, the calm before the storm. Nathan senses the emotional distance growing between them and gently asks, "What's going on? You've been distant? Is this about Ty?" Amy's heart pounds in her chest as she struggles to find the right words. "Nathan, I don't know what to do. Ty's back, and it's like everything I thought I knew is being torn apart. I never expected this. I thought we had a future." Nathan's expression softens, but his eyes betray a hint of pain. "You don't have to make a decision right away, Amy. I know what we have, and I'm not going anywhere either. But if you need space, if you need time, I'll give it to you." This moment highlights the love and respect Nathan has for Amy, even as he faces the possibility of losing her to someone from her past. It's a testament to the depth of their relationship, but it also shows just how much is at stake. Amy's journey in Season 19 isn't just about choosing between two men. It's about rediscovering herself. It's about finding the courage to confront the unresolved pain of her past while navigating the complexities of her present. And most of all, it's about determining what she truly wants for her future. As the heart of Heartland, the Bartlett-Fleming family's reaction to Ty's unexpected return is just as important as Amy's personal journey. Ty's reappearance doesn't just affect Amy, it sends ripples through each member of the family, each of whom has their own perspective on the situation. For Jack, Lou, and Tim, Ty's return stirs up old emotions, questions about loyalty, and new challenges they must face as a family. Jack, the rock of the family, is one of the first to welcome Ty back with open arms, despite the initial shock of his return. To Jack, Ty will always be part of the Heartland family, and his loyalty to the young man who once married Amy is unwavering. He knows that Ty made mistakes, but he also understands the pain and struggles Ty has endured. "I've seen a lot in my time, Ty," Jack says during a heartfelt conversation. "I've seen people make mistakes, but that doesn't mean they can't find redemption. You've been through your fair share, but you're back now, and that's what matters." Jack's wisdom and experience shine through as he encourages Ty to be patient with Amy, to give her the time and space she needs. While Jack understands Amy's hesitation, he believes in the power of love and the possibility of healing. For Jack, family is everything, and he'll stand by Ty just as he has always stood by Amy and the rest of the family. However, as the season progresses, Jack begins to realize that the situation is more complicated than he initially thought. While he remains supportive, there is an underlying tension as he watches Amy struggle with her emotions. Jack, who has always been a stabilizing force, must also come to terms with the reality that things may never return to the way they were. He begins to question whether the Heartland family can ever truly be whole again. Once more, after everything that has happened, Lou finds herself facing new uncertainties with the return of Ty. As Amy's older sister, Lou is protective of her and wants to see her happy. But she also knows that Amy has worked hard to rebuild her life after Ty's departure, and she worries about the emotional toll this situation will take on her sister. "I just don't want to see you get hurt again," Lou tells Amy during one of their many conversations. "You've come so far. You've built a life with Nathan and you have Lindy. I just don't want to see you throw all of that away." Lou's concerns are valid. She sees the potential for Amy to get caught up in the past and fall back into a relationship that might not be as simple as it seems. However, Lou's fear also comes from a place of deep love for her sister. She wants Amy to be happy, but she doesn't want that happiness to come at the cost of her well-being. As the season unfolds in Heartland Season 19, Lou's worries grow. She starts to notice the emotional strain on Amy and constantly tries to balance supporting her sister while also acknowledging the challenges that come with Ty's return. Lou's ability to understand and empathize with Amy's situation highlights the strength of their bond, but it also underscores the complexity of the situation at hand. Tim, on the other hand, has a more complicated reaction to Ty's return. While he has come a long way in his relationship with Amy, his protective instincts are triggered when it comes to his daughter's emotional well-being. Tim has always been wary of letting people back into the family, especially those who have hurt Amy in the past. "I don't trust Ty," Tim admits bluntly during a family discussion. "He left Amy once, and I'm not sure he's ready to be part of this family again. We've built something with Nathan, and I don't want to see that fall apart." Tim's concerns stem from his love for Amy and his fear of her being hurt again. While he is open to seeing Ty, he is hesitant to fully embrace his return without seeing real change in Ty's actions. Tim has always been fiercely protective of his family, and he isn't willing to let Ty back into their lives without careful consideration. Despite his reluctance, Tim starts to see glimpses of the old Ty, the one who was once part of their family and who genuinely cares for Amy. His skepticism begins to waver, but he remains cautious. The tension between Tim and Ty is undeniable, adding another layer of complexity to the family dynamic as the season progresses. Throughout the season, it becomes clear that Ty's return doesn't just affect Amy, it impacts the entire Bartlett-Fleming family. Each family member must grapple with their own emotions, fears, and expectations. While the love triangle between Amy, Ty, and Nathan is at the center of the storm, the true story is about the family's collective journey and how they ultimately navigate the future of Heartland. The challenge for the family isn't just about whether Amy will choose Ty or Nathan, it's about how they will move forward together. Can they reconcile the past with the present? Can they find a way to support Amy while also dealing with the emotional fallout of Ty's return? The Bartlett-Fleming family is known for its strength and resilience, but Season 19 will test them in ways they never imagined. As the emotional turmoil surrounding Ty's return continues to unfold, one of the biggest questions remains: what does the future hold for Amy? After everything that has happened, will she choose to reconnect with Ty, or will she stay on the path she has carefully built with Nathan? Amy's journey in Heartland has always been about growth, healing, and discovering her own strength. Ty's return presents a monumental crossroads for her, and the choice she makes will shape not only her future, but also the future of everyone she loves. Amy's emotional journey is at the heart of the season. For years, she has worked hard to build a stable and fulfilling life for herself and her daughter, Lindy. Nathan has been a constant and supportive presence in her life, representing the stability and peace she has come to cherish. He has been there through the difficult times, offering unconditional love and understanding. But Ty's return is like a wave crashing over everything Amy has worked for, bringing with it memories, unresolved emotions, and a deep-rooted love. The question isn't just about who Amy will choose, it's about who Amy is at her core now. After all these years, is she still the same person who fell in love with Ty all those years ago, or has time, experience, and motherhood transformed her into someone new?